Hi, I'm Emily. When you're the only one who sees through someone's act, it can feel like you're living in a parallel world. That's been my life ever since Harry waltzed into our family 3 years ago. To everyone else, he's the charming businessman who swept my mom, Laura, off her feet after Dad passed away. Everyone except me. Your mother deserves happiness, Emily. Why can't you just accept that? My sister Charlie's words from last week still ring in my ears. She doesn't see what I see. How Harry's caring suggestions are really controlling demands, or how Mom's vibrant, spontaneous personality has dimmed since he moved in. Have you noticed Mom doesn't even go to her painting classes anymore? I'd ask Charlie. She's busy helping Harry with his business ventures. Besides, those classes were expensive, Charlie said dismissively. His so-called business ventures that always seem to need Mom's savings to get off the ground. I've tried pointing out the red flags to Charlie, but Harry has her completely under his spell, especially since he offered to pay for her dream wedding to Brandon. Brandon, at least, is one of the few people who sees through Harry. Last month at dinner, he pulled me aside. I saw how Harry spoke to your mom when she wanted to visit you in Chicago. Something's not right. I was starting to lose hope until Jennifer, Mom's oldest friend, cornered me at the supermarket. Your instincts about Harry aren't wrong, she said, glancing around as if she were about to share classified information. I've heard things from people who knew him before. That's when the pieces began falling into place. The secretive phone calls in the garage, the way he tenses up when anyone mentions his past, and the locked drawer in his office he thinks no one knows about. We need to talk, Jennifer whispered. Privately. There's so much your mother doesn't know. Before we could meet, Charlie dropped a bombshell. Brandon proposed. We're having an engagement party next month, she announced, glowing with excitement. Harry immediately took charge. I'll handle everything. It needs to be perfect for my little girl. Little girl? Charlie isn't even his daughter. But there he was, playing Father of the Year. You'll help with the planning, right, Emily? Charlie asked, beaming. Of course, I said, forcing a smile. I caught Harry's expression darken. He hates when I'm involved in family events. Too many questions, he says. Too negative. Well, if he thinks I ask too many questions now, just wait. Jennifer's intel might be exactly what I need to expose him. And the engagement party? It could be the perfect moment to crack his carefully crafted facade. When Jennifer arrived at my apartment, she brought a stack of documents. Her hands shook as she spread them across my kitchen table. 3 marriages, Emily. All ended within 2 years. Each time he walked away with everything. Marriage certificates, divorce records, even newspaper clippings, it was all there in black and white. Harry Thompson wasn't even his real name. He changed it after his second divorce. Patricia Morrison, his first wife, tried to warn the others, Jennifer explained. He isolated her, convinced her to invest in his schemes, and drained her accounts before she caught on. My stomach dropped. Just like Mom's painting studio money. Sarah Chin, wife number 2, lost her restaurant, Jennifer continued. And Elizabeth Baker. She filed a restraining order but later dropped it and moved across the country. No one's heard from her since. My phone buzzed, another text from Charlie. Harry's taking care of the guest list. Isn't he the best? But he thinks maybe you should skip the planning committee. Classic Harry, Jennifer sighed. He did the same thing with Elizabeth's daughter's graduation. Always the caring father figure, until someone starts asking questions. I opened the banking app Mom had given me emergency access to. The balance had dropped again. Look at this, I said, showing Jennifer. 3 transfers to business development partners this month. Shell company, Jennifer said grimly. He used the same trick with Patricia. We need to act fast before your mom's account ends up like the others. A knock at the door made us both jump. It was Brandon, looking worried. Emily, you need to hear this, he said. I stopped by your mom's place to drop off some engagement photos. Harry was in the garage, arguing on the phone. What did you hear? I asked, bracing myself. Something about handling the Emily situation and making sure she doesn't ruin things this time. He sounded dangerous, not like his usual self. Jennifer gathered the documents quickly. He's getting nervous. Last time someone dug into his past, Elizabeth lost everything. The engagement party's in 3 days, I said, an idea forming. Everyone he knows will be there, including some faces from his past. He won't be expecting it. Emily, be careful, Jennifer warned. Elizabeth tried a public confrontation, and that's when things got ugly. But Elizabeth was alone. I've got proof, witnesses, and a backup plan. I held up my phone, showing them the email I just received. I found his second wife, Sarah. She's willing to talk. Brandon checked his watch. Charlie and your mom are meeting the caterers in an hour. Harry insisted on going with them. Perfect. That gives us time to set up everything at the venue, I said. Jennifer, call Sarah. See if she can fly in. Brandon, keep Charlie busy tomorrow. I'll make copies of all these documents. What about your mom? Brandon asked. She gets the truth. But first, we make sure Harry can't talk his way out of it. Not this time. He's going to fight back, Jennifer said. Let him try. I'm not Elizabeth, Patricia, or Sarah. I'm the daughter he tried to push away, and I've got nothing to lose. For the next hour, we planned every detail. Harry thought he was directing this show, but he had no idea he was about to star in his own exposure party. The country club ballroom sparkled with champagne glasses and fake smiles. Harry played the proud father figure, one arm around Mom's waist, the other patting Brandon's shoulder as he bragged about his girls to his business partners. Everything's in place, Jennifer whispered, handing me a fresh drink. Sarah's in position. Patricia sent over the video deposition. All we need is you. Charlie rushed over, her engagement ring catching the light. Why aren't you mingling? Harry says you've been acting weird all week. Just waiting for the right moment, sis. It's your special day after all. Harry's eyes tracked my every move as I circled the room. Good, let him sweat. Brandon had already connected his laptop to the projector for the special engagement slideshow. Time for speeches. Harry's voice boomed across the room. As the proud father of this beautiful bride-to-be, stepfather, I corrected, stepping forward. And speaking of family roles, Harry, why don't we talk about your other families? The room fell silent. Mom turned, confusion crossing her face. Emily, what are you? Does the name Patricia Morrison mean anything to you, Harry? Or maybe Sarah Chen? Elizabeth Baker? Harry's face hardened. You're making a scene. This is Charlie's day. No, Harry, this is your day, the day everyone learns who you really are. Brandon clicked his laptop and the projector hummed to life, displaying marriage certificates, court documents, and newspaper clippings. 3 marriages, 3 divorces, 3 women left bankrupt, and now you're working on number 4. Turn that off. Harry lunged toward Brandon, but Jennifer stepped in his path. Hello, Harry, Sarah Chen said, emerging from the crowd. Remember me? The restaurant you convinced me to sign over. Mom's hand flew to her mouth. Harry, they're lying. Lauren, this is ridiculous, Harry blustered. The only ridiculous thing, I said, pulling up Mom's banking records on the projector, is how you thought you'd get away with the same scam a 4th time. Business Development Partners, your favorite shell company, needs a new name. Charlie stood frozen. The wedding fund doesn't exist. It doesn't, Sarah confirmed. Just like my retirement fund didn't, or Patricia's savings, or Elizabeth's inheritance. Harry's carefully constructed mask cracked. You ungrateful little. He lunged at me, hands outstretched. Brandon intercepted him, grabbing his arms, while 2 of Harry's business partners stepped in to help. Amid the chaos, Jennifer slipped a USB drive to the police officer waiting by the door, the same officer who had handled Elizabeth's restraining order. Get your hands off me. Laura, tell them. But Mom stood tall, her artist's eyes finally seeing the full picture. No, Harry, you tell me. Tell me why our joint account is empty. Tell me where my studio money went. I was protecting our future. Everything I did was for this family. Which family? Sarah asked. The one in Oregon? Texas? Or Elizabeth's family? Charlie's tears turned to anger. You promised. You said you'd help with the wedding. He says that to everyone, sis, I said, moving to hug her. But this time, he's the one who loses everything. 2 months after the engagement party, Mom and I sat across from each other at our favorite coffee shop. She looked younger than she had in years. The divorce papers are signed. The DA is pressing charges for assault and financial fraud, she said, sipping her coffee. How are you feeling? I asked. Relieved, embarrassed, grateful. She reached for my hand. I should have listened to you sooner. Harry fooled a lot of people, Mom. Sarah and Patricia were both successful businesswomen, she said, smiling. Speaking of Sarah, she's helping me restart my art studio. Says it's her way of paying it forward. Jennifer joined us, setting her bag down. I just got off the phone with Elizabeth's daughter. Harry's other victims are filing civil suits. He won't have a penny left when they're done. Or a friend, I added. His business partners jumped ship the moment they saw those documents. Turns out he was scamming them too. Have you heard from Charlie? Jennifer asked. The bell above the door chimed. Why don't you ask me yourself? Charlie stood in the doorway, Brandon beside her holding a stack of new wedding invitations. We're thinking a small garden ceremony, she said, a smile breaking through. No fake father figure required. Charlie, Mom began, her voice faltering. It's okay, Mom. Charlie crossed the room and took her hand. Emily was right. We all needed a wake-up call. She grinned, looking at me. Besides, my maid of honor here saved us from making a huge mistake. And the wedding fund? Brandon asked. Already handled, Jennifer announced. Patricia and Sarah started a collection among Harry's victims. They want to sponsor the wedding, a celebration of new beginnings. My phone buzzed with a news alert. I glanced at the screen and couldn't help but smirk. Harry's mugshot filled the display, replacing those polished headshots he once loved. 3 counts of financial fraud, I read aloud, plus the assault charges. He's looking at 8 to 10 years. Mom chuckled. The jewelry he gave me paid for a good lawyer. Turns out, it was fake, just like him. Sounds about right, Charlie added, rolling her eyes. Brandon squeezed her shoulder. The real ceremony is going to be perfect. No facades, no pretending. And no more mysterious business ventures, Mom said with a laugh. Though I did invest in something new, an alarm system for the art studio. Just in case. You won't need it, Jennifer assured her. Harry's other wives are making sure his face is known to every bank and business association in the country. I looked around the room at my real family. No perfect facades, no lies. Just us. Hey, Charlie, think we could hang the engagement party photos in the studio? You know, the ones right after Harry got arrested. Only if we put them next to Mom's new paintings, Charlie quipped. What are you calling that series again? Mom's eyes sparkled with her old mischief. Unmasked. It's all about revealing what's beneath the surface. Perfect title, I said, raising my glass. To seeing clearly. To family, Charlie added. The real kind, Mom finished. Outside, spring flowers bloomed in the window boxes, fresh starts all around. Harry's perfect world had crumbled, but ours was finally authentic, stronger than ever, built on truth instead of lies. Let's talk about it. This story was an experiment in exposing toxic family members and the hard choices that come with it. If you discovered someone close to you, like a step-parent, had a hidden, damaging past, would you reveal their secrets for the sake of justice, even if it risked family relationships? Is public exposure ever justified if it prevents others from becoming victims? Or does family loyalty mean handling such matters quietly behind closed doors? Many of you might be grappling with similar dilemmas. Share your thoughts in the comments.